Something that is starting to transform in me is what low self-worth that I had because I couldn't stop using drugs. The things that I would allow and give up on also, nothing else mattered in my life except for getting high. I think of my friend who was murdered and how the times that he wanted to hang out with me and I couldn't ever meet him because I just needed I needed to just get high. I couldn't ever be social. I couldn't be on time. I wasn't accountable or dependable. And so I lost the time because now it's gone. And I have to forgive myself for that, but I won't forget like that feeling of disappointment and of like loss.
I was going through a lot of situations, including meth, and I was very, young about this. And so when the pandemic started, I wasn't here yet, but I was outside still, doing methamphetamine, and I was working construction. I was working on, a lot of things, but they cut it off. They cut off the jobs due to the pandemic. So I kind of started like overwhelming myself. I started using more. I started hanging out with the wrong people. When I was driving, I wasn't sane, and unfortunately, I got into a car accident. And from there, I was really in a struggle, like in bed. Thank God that nothing happened to me, like break bones and nothing like that. But mentally, I was exhausted and very, very emotional. But my family bring that up, about these programs. And I thought, if I don't do this, what am I gonna do later?
The 214 staff and the clients, they adjusted and adapted, to the shelter in place. The 214, there's residential step down. This is the pilot program in San Francisco to help these guys. And that's my goal, is to help them come through here, get housing, but most of all, get a recovery base.
The pandemic significantly impacted the dental clinic. All across the nation, dental clinics were shut down because for safety concerns. Of something a little bit maybe not well known is that dentistry generates aerosols, and once we found out the virus was airborne and a respiratory disease, we had to shut down the clinic for safety of the public, the staff, the clients. And when we did shut down, we had to remain open for urgent care services though. We had to prevent all the patients. We had to keep the patients from going to the already full emergency rooms. So we're trying to take care of just dental concerns. And that was really hard for us because our staff were, everyone in the world was a little bit scared about what was going on at that time. So under the leadership of Dr. Ana Valdez, we safely closed the clinic and reopened very, very carefully.
I was struggling a lot with my addiction and plus a whole lot of other things. And I stayed in Walden House for about 6 months. And then I went to HealthRIGHT, step down. And I stayed in there because the pandemic started. And so it was really a struggle because we couldn't go nowhere. We couldn't do this and do that. But we had some very good staff, man. They helped us. They made us feel like we were welcome and that we wasn't around our family, and so they make us feel like we had a family there. And it was a good thing.
And also, I'd like to thank my outpatient, Vivian. She was with me from day one for 2.5 years. And you know how when we work with people, I never trusted people. And it's amazing, because I can see when they care besides looking at you as an addict or something. You gotta look beyond that with me. When you don't look beyond that, I don't kind of care for you. And I can see you say I'm no good because I started off no good. But anyway, I had Vivian, and she was so wonderful in my life. She was like my big sister too. She supported me through college, everything, helped me get it. The grant helped me, told me go get the go sign up for the thing to get the card. I didn't know how to go get it. I knew how to get in college kinda. I didn't know, that was my dream, and I did it. you know what I mean? I was 61 years old and went to college, and I was so happy. I was making A's and B's. It was a good experience. I was with 11th graders, and they said, "What do you want to do when you grow up?" The teacher said, "It don't apply to you, Sharon." But I had a good experience among the 11th graders, but they were, boy, it was a good experience.
October 1st of 2020, I went to 1563 and I asked to get a bed, and they literally took me in that day. And I started going to groups, and the staff there were exactly the people I needed around me. We did movement class, and it was really hard because of the pandemic, but that was the opportunity for me to like be still for once. Also, the other best thing is like when I just moved, you guys or HealthRIGHT gave me a new bed. I got to go to a warehouse and like pick out new comforters, new pillows, and a brand new bed that was donated. So I'm like super excited and super grateful because I just bought a truck. I'm working full time, the apprenticeship for gardening with the city of San Francisco. It's like I'm going to school as a part of that, and I'm dancing every day, and I'm singing, and I'm like, I love my life, and I'm so grateful to be clean.
The population now that we serve, the drugs that they're putting out there on the streets, the fentanyl is really, it's really messing these guys' heads up. They come in here and voices and all kinds of way out stuff. And, we deal with them. We get them into therapy. We work with them one-on-one. I'll put them in their own room if they need to, My message is, you don't have to live like that anymore. There is help.
I'm just so proud of myself, to be honest with you. It's been so many things that caught me up that I was like, what I've been doing all this time. I know I'm 23 years old, but it's been hell not of being all this past 3 years before I got here. So I'm saying this now, being sober is so beautiful. I'm able to see life in different angles. I'm able to see, I don't know, it's just so many, I enjoy it, I care, I don't know. I enjoy the moment more than anything else, than that's how I used to. And that's what makes me happy, to become a better person. And if it wasn't because Mr. Les and Andrew Ramirez and everybody else and stuff in A90 that support me, honestly, I don't think I would be able to make it through this. And they were there for me, and I'm very happy about that. Just again, thank you.